Now, before I talk about the Indian and the US healthcare system, I'm assuming everybody attending the session has heard about USMLE. So obviously, my next question to you is, what according to you is the tuition fee to do PG in the US? All right, I'm asking for per year fees. All right, is it zero? Is it 50 lakhs? Is it 35 lakhs? Is it 1 crore? All right, quickly. I'm asking for the fees per year, okay, not the total fees. Please let me know this because this clarity is very, very important. All right, thank you. Thank you everyone to participate in this poll. And let me tell you, today I have a better number, but otherwise I travel across India. And whenever I ask this question, the entire class raises the hands when we ask, have you heard about USMLE? And when you ask, do you know that a PG in the US is free? Hardly few people, are aware or agree, because moment people hear US, they find it will be expensive, 35 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 1 crore. In reality, zero. There is no tuition fee to do PG in the US. You are technically doing a job. You are on a H1B or a J1 visa, okay, and you get paid salary. So this is something which everybody needs to understand, that a PG in US is doing a job. Okay, so you need to kind of plan your entire thing accordingly. Okay, just so that you can compare about the medical PG process in India and US. Let us quickly understand this. The undergrad degree in India is termed as MBBS. The same degree in the US is termed as MD. The PG degree is on the medicine side is termed as MD. On the surgical side, it is MS. Okay, in US, those are called as residency program. The super PG are DM in the medicine side and MCH on the surgical side. Let's talk about the attempts. In India, you have multiple attempts of NEET. This NEET by 2022 will replace by the next examination. In US only, of course, you have one attempt if you pass for 7 years. Let's talk about the admission ratio. 10 students apply and 1 student gets a seat in India. US, we just saw this 2:1 increased to 60%. Earlier it was 50%. Now out of 10 students, 6 are getting a seat in the US. Okay, those admission ratio or the selection ratio is very high. Choice of specialty in India, everything depends on the NEET rank. Every year after the NEET exam counseling round, I get calls from thousands of doctors. Sir, I had in mind medicine, but when I went for the counseling, the only seats available were anatomy and biochemistry. I picked up anatomy and now I am not interested. Okay, the decision is very impromptu in the counseling round. But a US system is a little different. In the US, you have to make a choice right before you apply. So students have a complete clarity that, okay, I am interested in surgery, and which is why I am applying to the surgical field. So only after doing the complete research and having the right profile is that student apply. Let's talk about the tuition fee. In India, the government charges 3 to 5 lakhs. Private, about 1 to 3 crore to do PG. In the US, no fees. Stipend salary in India, 30-40,000 is average. Of course, some cities might pay a little higher. In the US, it is 35 to 40 lakhs annum per annum. All right, so this is very important for everybody to understand why Indian students are considering US as an option. Now, at the stage 1 level, let us understand this very, very important thing. ECFMG certification. This is what you have to first get as an international medical graduate, so that you can participate in the PG admission round. Okay, how do you get this certificate? By submitting your MBBS degree, passing USMLE step 1 CKCS examinations, out of which SIP 1 is online, CK is online, CS is a practical exam. Right? Along with this, since I told you you have to pre-decide in which specialization you want to do PG in, students usually are expected to do clinical rotation in America, on the basis of which you get letter of recommendations. What does the clinical rotation mean? It simply means you work or rotate in American hospital in the specialization of your choice for minimum 1 month to minimum 2 months to maximum 3 months. If you are a student, okay, if you are a student, you should not rotate more than 3 months. When I say student, usually this happens in internship year. All right. So this is a prerequisite at the uh, entry level for applying for PG. And usually people start preparation of USMLE in first, second year, appear in third year, and CKCS people appear in internship year, right? So people usually take 5 to 6 years parallel to their MBBS preparing for these examinations. That is why recommended that people start USMLE as early as in your career. A lot of times I see students follow their seniors. Oh, just because my seniors decided to give an internship, I will also appear in internship. Well, all the best. He actually wasted 3 years of his career. You should not waste. Okay, because if people start this journey in internship or after graduation, they have to waste at least minimum 1 to 2 years minimum. Okay, because it's a long process. In the COVID era, what has happened? See, when we are discussing, I will discuss two things because we are in DC world right now. During COVID, there are some factors which were pre-COVID, and there will be some factors which will be post-COVID. Okay, right now we are in during COVID years of 2020. There are some relaxation which actually only applies for students who are a graduate, have given their examination, are going to apply for admission this year. So this year, what has happened? CS examination has been cancelled for next 1.5 years until they find alternative. And the requirement of CS for ECFMG are fulfilled by different pathways where people are expected to give some English language examination and get registration from the home medical country. All of these things. So there are different pathways. Now that has to be worried only for people who are going to apply this year. Also, because of COVID, people could not do clinical rotation. So for this year's admission, they said, okay, even if you don't have American experience, we still will consider. Also, when you do these rotations in America, you require American LOR. Now, even those LORs this year was not possible. So 2020, the admission season cycle, people are okay to consider Indian LORs. Okay, but usually you require as per this plan. Okay, don't go by what is happening in 2020. Of course, there are certain things which will fundamentally change. Certain things will still continue post COVID if you're going to apply in next 2-3 years, after 2-3 years, because as I told you, it's a long journey of preparation. All right, so I have a question. Gagandeep is asking, why not clerkship more than 3 months? So Gagandeep, if you are a student, then you should not do more than 12 weeks. Okay, because majority of IMGs also apply for admission in New York State, and the New York State license body clearly mentions that those students in their medical school, if they have done more than 3 months of clerkship outside their medical school while they were studying, they will not be allowed to apply for match in New York State. Okay, and New York is the biggest state in terms of IMGs getting admission. So if you want, you should definitely do your rotations in terms of what we call as electives during internship. But once you graduate, you can do additional extra experience if you want. Okay, but when you are a student, you should not do any more courses than 3 months. A lot of students are not aware of this criteria. Later on, they wonder why they are not getting interview calls and why they are not getting admissions in the New York City. Okay, all right, now let's talk about the next step. Stage 2 is your PG. All right, So at the stage 2 level, what happens is between 3 to 5 years you complete your PG. So depending on the specialization level, you do your PG. So medicine is a 3-year program, surgery is a 5-year program, OBGY is a 4-year program. So the length of program actually varies. Okay, and when you are doing PG per year, you get paid 35 lakh rupees as a salary. So 3 years of internal medicine, you earn about 1 crore rupees. Okay. I just forgot to mention how much is the money you invest in this process before you get admission is around 20 lakh rupees, out of which around 13-14 lakh was the expenditure of clinical rotation and the CS exam, because all of that was happening in America. And the balance 6-7 lakhs is for your exams and training and CV building and all extra stuff. Okay, admission application and everything. All right, so now you invest 20, you're going to get returns almost in the next 3 years. All your money will be recovered because you are almost going to earn about 1 crore. You don't spend any money during your PG. All right, now once you complete your PG, once let's say you are doing internal medicine, once you complete your 3 years, you have to appear for the final exam called as the board examination. Once you appear your board examination, just the way it happens in India, you have 3 career choices. Career choice number 1, you can come back and practice in India, and you can practice in both government and private sector. Your degree is very much recognized. American PG degrees are directly recognized in America, and you can work in both government and private sector. Only difference is if your friend has taken a loan and did a PG from a private college in India, he will be in minus 2 crore debt. But if you come back, you will be in positive 2 crore or at least 1 crore. So basically, you will not be in this debt. Okay. Second career option is that you give the step 3 and start working in American job market. Third option is that I will study further. So after doing medicine, I want to become nephrologist, cardiologist, sports medicine consultant. So I do fellowship programs, which are between 1 to 3 years. So somebody become a cardiologist, does a 3 year of cardiovascular disease fellowship. Even during fellowships, you don't pay tuition fee. You get paid a salary of 55 to 60 lakh rupees. So 3 years of cardiovascular fellowship, you earn about 1.5 crore rupees. So technically, why do Indian parents prefer the US pathway? Because in India, people want to understand how soon can you settle in life. Somebody who does MBBS in India, PG in India, everything in India, does not settle before 32. Also has some loans in hand. However, somebody who considers doing MBBS from India but PG from US, he starts making money at the age of 27. So he's actually saving 5 years of his life. So please understand this very, very carefully. Okay. Everything. So 20 lakhs includes everything, writing exam, books, travel, everything. So this is not our fees. This is the total expenditure which you will incur. Okay. Can I give step 2 first, step 1 later? This is an individual choice. I will show you the subjects and you will realize how it works. Traditionally, smarter way to do is to give step 1 first, because step 1 examination, again, you can understand this, that is a prerequisite for very important clinical rotations in America, which is for free. Okay, but unfortunately, what happens in India, a lot of people realize late how to consider these examinations, and then they want to hurry, or sometimes there are these companies who say, okay, do CK first. Problem with doing CK first is that final year of your med school is equally very important. Okay, and the expectation of your med school is completely different compared to what you have it in normal scenario. Okay, So please understand this very, very clearly. All right. So typically, let me tell you, it is not late. I always say to the student that final year, please focus on your MBBS curriculum. Ensure you do well in your final year, because that is the foundation. You're going to study medicine, surgery, and it is going to be with you for a lifetime. So either you start preparation in first year, second year, latest third first year. However, you will give the examination or prepare for these examinations any of these years, or directly into internship year. Final year you should not.